prior to that through the discussions in the Citizens Finance Committee. When I saw it was on the agenda again, I gave this a little bit of thought and jotted down some notes. In going back in time, I recall that there was a lot of skepticism about paddle as a sport or activity or whatever early on, and especially when the paddle hut was built. I know this board, including some of the current members of the board, were very skeptical about that project. But a few years have passed now, and in my eyes, it seems there's no question that paddle has proven to be a viable recreational activity for men and women. It's certainly grown significantly since those early days. As Dave pointed out, it serves adult population, which is sort of an underserved demographic in terms of what the Park District is able to offer. And from looking at the projections and the trend lines and all that, it seems to me that it's, clearly it's growing, and it will probably continue to grow, and there seems to me to be a need for more courts. So that's the first hurdle, is should we even consider the project? In answering the question of should we consider it, the first hurdle is it going to keep growing? I mean, is there going to be a need for 2 courts? Because obviously 4 is enough right now, but it seems like there is a need. These questions were raised at that last meeting that I missed, and it sounds like those questions have been answered. I guess it's up to the people that asked them to say whether they've been answered adequately or not, but there's been an attempt to at least address all those concerns. And this, it strikes me as an example of what the community has really asked us to do in terms of being more creative about how we finance the facilities that we offer to the community. This is one of those public-private partnerships that we seem to work pretty well and satisfy that need to be more creative in order to keep people's tax bills down. So it's checking a lot of the right boxes for me. From a financial standpoint, which is where I tend to focus on a lot of these things, we're putting pretty significant dollars up front. But based on projections that seem to be pretty conservative to me, we get that money back pretty quickly, and then it becomes a net gain for the Park District. So in a nutshell, it's a project that would benefit certainly the Platform Tennis Club, but also benefit the Park District in general. It's going to, in the long run, make us money and allow us to not have to spend or raise taxes to do other things, and adds to that surplus that Dave and his staff have done such a great job of building to a level that it's at now. So to me, it's kind of like, what's not to like? I just really can't think of a reason not to do it. I understand energy is a concern, but this is there's a lot of things we do that consume energy. If they give people more incentive to burn energy as individuals and be healthier, that is to me a small price to pay for being able to offer these additional activities. So it seems like an easy decision. Again, I wasn't here at the last meeting, and I know there was some fairly heated debate, but for the life of me, I'm kind of at a loss to understand what the concerns are. So I would support option A, which says that we would move forward, at least get bids. If the bids come in twice what we thought these things were going to cost, then obviously we stop and rethink it. But if the bids were anywhere in the ballpark of what we're looking at here, again, it seems like a pretty easy decision. So I would plan to support a motion that says we move forward.
Okay, before we have a motion